Hi guys. Today I'm gonna talk to you about my labor and delivery because I really blogged about my whole pregnancy thing. So I totally regret that because it would have been nice to share it with you guys. So I'm gonna tell you how all that happened. So I'm gonna include my pregnancy because it's just my pregnancy was great. Um, I was overweight, so I didn't gain a lot of weight. I lost a lot of weight. I didn't had any pregnancy symptoms. Just loss of menstruation. Of my period. So yeah, I had nausea, morning sickness until I was 5 months. So it was great. I had swallow speed, and that's it. Just the last month, my pregnancy was so cool. I didn't have any problems, even though my weight. Um, I had um, gestational diabetes or any of that. Um, so yeah, it was hard. It was a hard year because a lot of legal situation we had as a family. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna talk to you about that in another video. Um, so I think I was already 40 weeks when I had my last appointment with my um, gynecologist. I think that's how you say it. Mi ginecóloga. So yeah, I went and I was huge. My baby was already too big. And she said, okay, if you don't deliver this week, we are gonna have to do a C-section because you're getting too big. Your BP is getting higher, and it could be a risk for you and for your baby if you had how it's called. I remember when your blood pressure is too high and you're pregnant. I just forgot the word. Oh my god, I always do that. So yeah, I went and she checked me. I was once I had dilatation one. And she said, okay, I can help you. There's a thing I can try to open the neck, something where the baby passed through, and this could speed the things up. I've done this with other patients of mine, and I know I know it can work. So I said, okay, go ahead, do it. It's okay. If it doesn't work, well, it won't work. And she checked my BP. It was high. The baby was good because she had like this ultrasound machine on her office. So it was so cool because every time I went there, I could watch Gerardito growing and moving. It was cute. So yeah, he was great. So we we went home. Um, I think I woke up at it was okay when I it was like 6 p.m. my appointment. So when I get home, I had dinner and everything was to be with my husband. And in the night, about I think it was 9 p.m. I checked my blood pressure and it was high. So I called her and she said, okay, if you have, I don't remember how much she said that you have. If you have, I think it was, no, I don't really remember what it was. So yeah, if you have this number is too high, you have to go to the hospital because it could be dangerous. So yeah. So I went to sleep. I said, okay, if maybe I should, if I relax and sleep a little bit. So I woke up around 2 a.m. because I had to go pee, and yeah, so I checked my blood pressure and it was high, way too high. So I decided to go to the hospital and to the ER, and they checked me. I was like 2 hours there, 2 or 3 hours there. Um, they checked me. They said I was the same. I was like 1 or 2 of dilatation. Um, they sent me home with some pills for my blood pressure because they said the baby's good, you're good. They just if the blood pressure doesn't go down, then you have to come back. So I went to my grandma's house just to tell her that we just came from the hospital because my mom doesn't live here. So we went with my grandma and we told her. She gave me oat oatmeal. Um, and yeah, I was sitting on the couch and I started feeling like a slightly pain, kinda not hard, just like colic, colic. Yeah, that period of pain you have. So I was okay. I didn't tell her anything because I didn't wanna worry her. So I said to my husband, you know what? When we left around 6 or 7 a.m. So my grandma wakes up really early. She wakes up around 5 or 4. So yeah. And when we left, I told my husband, you know what? I'm having this pain, but I'm not sure if there are contractions. I don't feel them too close. So let's have some breakfast. So we went to eat some tacos. um, so yeah, and I was there, and I started feeling like the pain was closer and closer. So I said, you know what? We have to get home because I don't think if we go to a hospital, they're gonna say go home. They always do that. So I went home, checked my blood pressure, and it was still kind of high, but not too high. I took the pill, so yeah. And I said to my husband, you know what? We don't have clothes. If I'm going to labor, I won't be able to do the laundry in a for a while. We don't know if it's gonna be a C-section or normal. So I went and do some laundry, just a load of laundry, and I came back to the room and I said to my husband, you know what? I'm also gonna go to sleep because I'm if I go into labor, in active labor, I'm gonna be in the hospital for a long time and probably I won't be able to sleep with all the pain. So every time I fall asleep and every time I had a contraction, I did this like, okay, I'm having one, and with the iPad, it has an app where you can count the contractions, and so every time he counted until the moment it was too close, I think it was one every 4 or 5 minutes, and we're getting closer. So I called my mom and I told her, you know what, I'm starting to feel in pain. I'm not sure if I'm gonna into labor because she was working. Yeah, she was working. So she said, okay, I'm gonna go there. And I say, oh no, it's okay. You can wait till I'm actually in the hospital. And she said, no, I'm coming there. And Hera called her mom too. So my sister-in-law and my mother-in-law came home, and they said, you know what? It really helps if you walk. It will speed things up. It will be easier for you to deliver. So my sister-in-law had a month, just a month. She had her baby, his baby. Sorry. So yeah, she was right here helping us. Thank you. So yeah, we went for a walk to the park, and every time I had extraction, I had to stop. I had to stop and say, "Oh, I'm having one." But the pain wasn't really, really bad. So when my mom got home, we went to the hospital just to check how much debilitated I was, and I think I was like 5. Yeah, it was 5. So, but they needed, cause my doctor made me an exam where they can measure if your pelvis, your pelvic bone, they can measure it to know if the baby can pass through the bone. If not, it was going to be a section. Thankfully, um, it could pass through it. Um, so I think I'm gonna have to do this in 2 parts. So yeah, I came home for to pick up that test, and then I just I had 2 tablespoons of jello and half a glass of water, because they said, okay, if you're at the hospital, they won't let you drink or eat anything till you deliver. And I know delivery can take about 24 hours or more, so I wouldn't make it with no water. I drink a lot of water. Um, so yeah, I did that. And when I got to the hospital, it was already 7. I was already 7, yeah, in less of 20 minutes. So it was going too fast. And they said, you know what, you have to stay here because you're already 7. You have the blood pressure high, and we're gonna do a C-section. And I was, oh my God, I don't want to have a C-section. That's the worst thing for me. I know if you have to do it because the baby or because of me, it's okay, but I don't want to do it. They said the baby was big, it wasn't going to fit. Apparently they didn't read the test. So yeah, I had my baby in a hospital, and it's weird because you are not allowed to have family or your husband with you during the delivery or the whole thing. You have to be by yourself, which is really really sad. But yeah. So I was like, my husband came came inside to pick my stuff, my clothes, everything, and I remember I was crying. I was like, oh my God, I don't want to have a C-section. I felt like I was failing. I know it's kind of dumb, but I felt it that way. So yeah, he left because he wasn't allowed to be there. He was kind of sad too because he wanted to see, um, to watch her son be born. So they had me in this room with a full of people because we were waiting for surgery, and they have to have you like that to keep you to check your blood pressure, to have your IV, all that stuff. So I wasn't really in pain. I was like, okay, I can still handle it. It's not too bad. Probably I was around 8 or 9 when I couldn't stand to be laying down on that bed. Um, I tried, but every time I had a contraction, I had to sit up because it was so much painful. I remember I was like, okay, I'm gonna try to do the whole labor thing, all natural. I'm not gonna ask for an epidural. So yeah, I I said no way, I'm not going natural. This pain is so awful.